Welcome back to Fast Market here on the TD Ameritrade Network. I'm Tom White, joined by my co-host Kevin Hinks. But let's bring in our next guest for our cash tag segment. That's going to be Andy Swan, co-founder of LikeFolio. Welcome back to the show, Andy.
Hey, thank you for having me.
Perfect timing on this call with Penn Gaming to look at this space. They've got casinos, they've got Barstool Sports, but Bank of America doesn't like them because they downgraded them today. Andy, what kind of data are you guys seeing out of LikeFolio?
Yeah, it's pretty rare that we're in agreement with, kind of the old school analysts, but here we are. When we look at Penn National versus peers in terms of that customer demand growth over the past year, we see a real divergence, and it's not in Penn's favor. We're seeing Penn National consumer demand growth of only 3%, whereas it's 60% for DraftKings and 83% for FanDuel, which is a very widespread, something we're not used to seeing for this company. And it's happening during a time when things should be going very, very well for Penn. Sports betting mentions overall, that macro trend up 23%, really boosted here by the World Cup. I think that's brought a lot of new bettors into online sports betting, and casino visits up 20%. So I think the gambling public is ready, and they're there. It's just that Penn National is just simply not their first choice. They're much more likely to go with FanDuel or with DraftKings. And as far as Barstool goes, I think, what we're seeing is that Barstool Sports is doing a very good job of getting attention on the media side of things and getting eyeballs and viewers. That seems to be growing really well. But what's not happening is it doesn't look like those people are converting to Barstool betting accounts nearly as much as they might be converting to competitor betting accounts. And it's really, I think, for these online casinos, it's all about the latest promo. It's all about the latest way that they can get the consumer to place their bets there. I don't think the consumer's nearly as loyal as Penn may have thought when they first bet on Barstool.
Andy, this is alarming because you would think with people returning to casinos and now being able to make bets on your phone, bringing in a whole new demographic of younger people that maybe don't want to go to a casino but bet on sports. What do you think is the difference? I mean, is Barstool kind of wearing out its welcome, or are some of these other firms just eating their lunch? What do you think the reason is behind this weakness in the whole Penn Gaming, Barstool, Hollywood Casino? Do you have any data behind why this is happening?
Yeah, what we can figure out, mostly the why behind this, it really has nothing to do with Barstool wearing out its welcome. Again, on the media side of things, on the content side of things, people are engaging with that and enjoying that more than ever from what we can tell. What it's really about is, this unbelievable battle that these companies have for each and every consumer, and it happens every day. And it's about the promos that they're able to put out. It's about the free bets that they're able to put out, the gimmick bets, that only requires Tom Brady to throw one completion for you to win the bet. Like, all of those things are what they're fighting for, and they're fighting for it on a daily basis because from what we can tell, most consumers that are at least higher profile, higher value consumers have multiple accounts with multiple sports betting sites, and they simply go where the action is the best. The brand loyalty simply isn't there.
Yeah, Andy, I took a bath on that Croatia game yesterday. That match, as far as the World Cup goes.
How do you lose money betting soccer?
Because
isn't every point spread like a half a point? That's it.
No. You bet on the odds.
Everything's 1-0 or 0-0. What?
Croatia was like plus 360 or something like that.
It's money line.
Yeah, money line.
Okay.
That you're betting on that. But Andy, getting back into this, the sports bettings, the mentions. It seems like, every sporting event you watch, there's 10 commercials every hour for the different ways that you can do online betting. It seems like this is a zero-sum game because if you're giving promotions and people are using multiple accounts, but is the key to this, the growth engine for Penn Gaming, going to be that Barstool Sports, or is that something that you know, it's free advertising and marketing for them, but is that the key? Because it seems like they get a lot of traction on social media.
Yeah, they do. It gives Penn National a natural advantage versus peers in that they have that content machine, that earned eyeball, instead of having to pay for viewers all the time like the others do. I also think, some of the good things about Penn is it's diversified a lot more than the others. The others typically just online sports betting and that's it, which really doesn't have that much brand loyalty. But Penn National does have physical casinos that are picking up traction, and Barstool Media can sell ads. It's not always about being able to convert people into bettors that day. So they have multiple revenue streams that some of the other companies don't have. The problem on the online betting side is I just think that they're going up against companies that are willing to kind of burn the ships and burn all the bridges to get those users over, and are willing to lose money every single day on attracting people onto their platforms. And that makes it really tough for Penn National to compete on the betting app side of things.
Yeah, and that brand loyalty seems to be going out the window if people are switching different betting accounts. But Penn Gaming's got a My Choice loyalty program. It's got 26 million members, so maybe that's an inroad. But we don't have earnings until the beginning of February here, Andy. Do you have an earnings score on this one?
Right now, we would be neutral. I think, the stock is, I think this downgrade was pretty appropriate. I think the stock is almost priced, it's rare for me to say, but kind of priced to perfection right now. And really it's going to be about, can Penn execute against this long-term strategy? I tend to think that they can. So short term, I don't have too much of an opinion for you, but I think longer term, they may be able to outlast, FanDuel and DraftKings, who are seemingly throwing money after money at this point, and not sure where that's getting them.
Yeah, I think your data and your thoughts here kind of set us up well going into an example trade. Appreciate it, Andy. Have a good day.
Cool. Thanks. You too.